contacted by Forbes, and they asked me, they had seen me speak at a conference or something like that, and they asked me if I thought I had a topic to build a book on, to write a story about. And obviously, affordable housing was a natural topic to consider. And what we did is we sort of embarked on a book plan process. And then at the conclusion of that, we both concluded that there was something there and that we should tell a story. And that's really how it started. So I think the part that I enjoyed the most was the research and actually finding out the details behind things that we reference commonly in our business, and understanding that they may not have been designed in the way that they're currently thought of now. The thing about a book is that it's a snapshot in time. And I wrote it over the end of 2022 into 2023 with what we knew at that time. And then of course it gets edited and updated and combed over by several people. But we finished the book in May or June of this year. And then it went into the design and printing phase. And it's not released until January. So there's so many things that have changed in our market. There are things that have changed with respect to inflation that we talk about. There's potential law changes with respect to the tax credit at the end of the year. And none of those things will be captured in the book because the book is done and in the printing process. So for me, I think that's the one thing that I've had to get my arms around, because I'll say certain things in the book that may no longer apply, but it provides you an opportunity at a later date to talk about what has changed since the publishing of the book. I believe that most Americans don't understand what affordable housing is. And they don't understand that most affordable housing residents pay rent. They just pay what's affordable for themselves. And so the book aims to debunk these myths about affordable housing, explain to people exactly what it is, and lays the groundwork for why we need a more affordable housing. 33% of CPI, which is the Consumer Price Index, which is effectively inflation, is made up of housing cost. So when we all think about why housing cost is important to business leaders, to general Americans, think about the fact that a third of inflation is in housing costs. So if we can get the cost of housing down by providing more supply, again, a basic, simple economic principle, you increase supply when the demand is stable, price comes down. So if you can do that, you're going to attack inflation effectively and reduce overall inflation. What I didn't touch on there is people underestimate the impact of their daily lives if we have a community, an ecosystem where everyone is sort of working and living harmoniously, but at different levels at the economic spectrum, right? You don't want a community that only has the ultra rich, and then the workers have to drive an hour and a half to get there. They're not going to be happy. They're not going to be available. They may not take those jobs. Every community needs an ecosystem that has people at every level of the income bracket. Affordable housing helps provide that. Well, I think what most people don't understand is that residents in affordable housing properties pay rent. They just pay rent that's sized to the amount of income that they have. And it's not a government handout. I think a lot of people have this perception that they're not paying anything, but in fact they are. Who I am impacted the message in the book, but also it impacted my view on it, right? My father was born in Italy. He came to the United States when he was 13 years old. My mother's parents were born in Italy. So first generation immigrant, son of an Italian American now. I think what's important there is that I'm not that Ivy Tower professor who may come from, money or have, a white collar upbringing. I'm a blue collar kid who understands what it means to kind of make ends meet. I hope that this book encourages people to be more compassionate in understanding of the impact of affordable housing, to value having a place to lay your head at night is a basic human right and critical to the development of children and to working families and basically to the fabric of any community. And I hope that people help support affordable housing. The book is released on January 9th. It is available to pre-order now on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. I know on Amazon you can simply type in my name and the book will come up, but it won't be shipped until January 9th. It will also be available in ebook and audiobook formats at later dates.